recording as a backup, and so it's streaming and recording in a dedicated computer, and it looks like it's recording. Sorry, uh, i- mukhang okay. Uh, ko dito. Yeah, copy paste it to myself. Okay, I think this is good. I think it's working. You can begin when ready.
Hello,
Uh,
sir.
yeah, yeah, Ivan, you can begin when you're ready.
Okay, sir. Just a recap lang po. Last meeting, we talked about the basic interface of FreeCAD. Aside from that, we've also demonstrated different types of constraints and basic sketches. And then
Mm,
at the end, we've also performed polylines. So I've mentioned last meeting that there's a take-home exercise regarding polylines. So with that being said, is there anyone here who managed to do some exercises with polylines?
ayun, volunteer who call this. Um, let's begin with ano. Alisa, were you able to do the polyline exercise?
Sir, naka-phone lang po kasi ako right
Ah,
now.
okay. Okay.
Pero,
Ah,
nagawa ko siya, naka-phone nga lang po ako. So, wala akong access ngayon sa PC.
okay. Sige, email us na lang the file
Sige po, sir.
para we can see it. I guess ano na lang. Uh, Chris, sorry. Chris, do you have like were you able to do the polyline?
Um, Hindi sir, yung ano, yung pinagawa pong ano, activity. Ay, bale sir, ang ano, inulit ko lang yung ginawa natin ano, activity nung ang tawag dito, nung last time. Yun lang po pinaulit-ulit ko and then come up ako nung mga shortcuts na ah, yun pong para mag-align yung mga ano, yung two
Mm,
bodies na in parallel direction, in opposite direction pero pareha sila ng center.
mm, okay. So okay. Okay, that's I guess that's okay. Um Sige. Anyone else did the polyline? I mean, Chris, yeah, I guess that's not the polyline, but yeah, pa-share na lang yung notes mo yung sa amin, yung recommendation nyo. Were you able to see the training material?
Mm. I mean the
Hey, you're being recorded. Come on.
the the videos and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just telling my kid that he's being. He, my they'll hear them arguing about the homework. Yeah.
Homework.
So okay. What you call this? Anyone in PDTD? Were able to do like the polyline. Na try lang nila yung polyline.
Yes po sir, meron. Pero simple lang yung na-try namin.
Okay. Kaya i-share screen lang at i-demonstrate
Ah,
yung paggamit.
okay po.
Sige. Sige.
see.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So, ano yun? Alt-M ba yun? Yung M yung hotkey nag-change ng control?
Yes, sir. Just M key lang po.
M key. Then constraint rules. So, yung mahirap dito is yung sa experience ko is just yung logic ng constraints.
Yes, sir.
Kung i-constrain ko to, parang ano yung approach, and dapat very simple yung strategy. I guess for a certain kind of furniture or a certain kind of part, may specific or shape, may specific workflow ka, di ba? Okay. Nice. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Denzo. Okay, that's great. I guess the National University guys are not joining us for this session. Wala sa kanila nag-confirm. Parang wala eh.
Oh well.
Kasi baka may class sila eh. Ano tawag mo dito? They are yan. Wait ah. Ay! Tama, nandito sila. Hindi sila nag-confirm. So it might have a conflicting class. Sige, I'll just tell their professor that parang I don't think they'll make na lang. I'll just send na lang the links to them in the email. I don't know kasi their schedule. So I don't know if they're like available or not. Sige. Proceed na lang, Ivan. I'll
sir.
do the background stuff.
Okay, sir. So for this second session, we will be still doing some sketching. So in this session, we will be using different tools in FreeCAD that might be useful in designing furniture or other objects. So with that said, let me share my screen. Okay, so in this session, I will be demonstrating two different objects, and then after that, I will be introducing you to the basics of the technical drawing or the tech draw. So yeah, so let's start. So for the first model, so I've created this yesterday, so we'll try to recreate this one. It's a simple chair. So yeah, wait, let's just open the FreeCAD first. Okay, and now, so in this specific object, the most important tool that we can use here, aside from the tools that I've introduced last meeting, is the external geometry tool. So the external geometry tool, so let me show how it can be used. So in this exercise, we'll try to replicate this simple chair. So again, we'll go to part design. So I'm already in part design, and then we create body, and then we create sketch. So in this case, I'm gonna be choosing the XY plane or the top plane. Okay, so now we'll now proceed to the sketch. So the very first thing is that we make a rectangle. Basically, we'll use the centered rectangle because we want it to be situated at the origin. And as we can see on the left side, the dimensions are this is 100, and then this is 80. Now we close this one and then we use the pad tool. We use a length of 10 millimeters. So as I've said earlier, there's one tool that we can use that's very helpful in terms of creating objects that requires different surfaces, or if if an object requires you to make a sketch on a certain surface of an object. So that tool is the external geometry. So the external geometry tool is, so we create sketch first. We create sketch first. Okay. After clicking the sketch of a certain surface, we can see the external geometry, and that is this one, the external geometry. It creates an edge linked to an external geometry. So let's say we just making sketch here without external geometry. Let's say we will be using a rectangle. So as you can see, it's very hard for me to determine if I'm working on this exact point. So as you can see, there could be a huge human error here in terms of drawing an object. So, however, if you use the external geometry, we just need to select the sides that we want to access. So in this case, I will be selecting all the sides. Okay. So after selecting the sides, and then we can already proceed with our sketch. Now we need to find the rectangle and this one, and then as you can see, we can already access the exact corner or point of this block. And then as you can see on this side, you can be seen that the side of this sketch is already collinear with the external geometry. Okay, so this one, the dimension should be 10. Then we close and then we pad it again. So this should be 100 millimeters. Okay, after this one, we need to replicate this part of the chair. So again, we click the surface that we want to sketch, then this one, and then we click create sketch. Again, we will be using the external geometry. And then we just try to replicate the specifications indicated on the left side. So we use 3 rectangles. Oh, no. I'm gonna be using the centered one. The centered rectangle, and then try to sketch a rectangle here at the center. Okay, after that, we just set the right dimensions. So this one should be 80. And then we'll make this one equal with the two sides. So we make this equal. And then the next thing should be this one must have a dimension of 15. Okay. And then after that, the distance between this one and this one should be 10. And then let's try to erase this one first. Delete. And then we need to put another external geometry here at the bottom. And then in this case, we will be using polyline. Make sure that it's tangent on the external geometry. Okay. Then connect. Okay. Again, the distance between these 2 points must be 10. And then this these 2 lines must be equal, so this must be equal. Okay, so upon checking, are we good with the dimensions? So 15, these 2 are equal, these 3 are equal, and then I guess it's already good. So we close this, and then the next tool that we will be using is the pocket. The pocket, it creates a pocket with this selected sketch. So we select the pocket and we just increase the length until there's a hole in it. Okay, that's okay. And now the last part is how do we create the leg. So the process is still the same. So we just need to select this surface, just left click, and then create sketch. And then after that, we need to use again the external geometry because we want to access these 4 corners here. We want to get the exact point at these 4 corners. So we need to use the external geometry. And then we create 4 squares. And now the dimension must be 15. And I'm gonna make this one equal to this 4. Should be equal. And then this side must be 15 as well. So select everything. And then equal, so 15. And then we close, and then we pad it to 100. So we go back to padding. So as you can see here, I've added some details. So it says here that legs are tapered by -2 degrees. So in order for us to do this, we just need to adjust the taper angle here. It says here -2 degrees. And then, okay. And then after that, as you can see, this 2 millimeters here and the 10 millimeters are fillets. So we need to fillet this 4 corners. Fillet. So this should be 2 millimeters. And then this as well. This all must be fillet as well, so this should be 2. And then for this one, this should be okay. This one should be 10. Okay, basically we're done with the chair. So at this juncture, I will be showing you how do we project this into a technical drawing. So with that, so as I've mentioned in the first session, here in the workbench selector, we can do different kinds of stuff. So if we want to project this drawing in different views, so we need to go to Tech Draw. So under the Tech Draw, so we need to select first the type of technical paper that we're dealing with. So we can access that by clicking this one, the insert page using template, and then we can choose the format. So in this case, I will be choosing the A4 landscape. Then we press open. And then, so how do we project this chair on this technical paper? So let's say we want to project the front view. So we can project the front view by just clicking, well, make sure that it is in front view already. And then in front view, and then make sure, wait, I think there's, okay, never mind. So let's say we want to project this one on this technical paper. So we need to select first the body, and then after selecting the body, so you need to click the body here in the combo view. So after selecting the body, we just need to click insert view. And then after clicking the insert view, we can see here in the other tab that the chair is already here. But it's obvious that the chair is kind of big, so we just need to adjust its size. So in order to do that, we can just click this one, click the view, and then here at the property editor tab, we can see scale type. So as for the scale type, we need to change the page into custom. So for the custom, we can adjust the scale. So before we can see changes in our technical drawing paper, we need to uh, click. We need to refresh the page. So we need to click this one, the redraw page. Then yeah, there you go, the front view. And then let's say we want to project the side view. So we just need to orient our chair, let's say like this. And then the same process. We just need to select the body again. So to make sure that the body is selected, the object is already highlighted. So we need to click the body and then we click insert view. And there you go. Insert view, and then scale type, we must change it to custom. And then the scale must be 0.4. And then we refresh. Okay. I guess we need to make this smaller. So I'll adjust this again. I'll make this 0.35. And then this one 0.35 as well. And then we refresh. And then let's say we want the top and bottom view. So to do that, again, same process. You just need to go to top view. And then we click the body again and then insert view. And then change the scale type to custom and then scale it to 0.35. And then refresh. I guess it's a little bit small, so I'll make this 0.4 and then refresh. Now, how about the bottom view? So we just need to go to the bottom. So bottom view. Same process. We just need to click the body and then click the insert view. And then after that, we need to adjust the scale type to custom and the scale to be 0.4. Okay, so and then lastly, as for the isometric view, so we just need to click this one, the box here, and then click isometric. And same process, click body, and then click insert view. Then click this one, view, and then We change the page into custom, and then we want this to be 0.4. Okay, now we've already projected the different views of the chair. We can change the labels. So the labels, so we just need to click this view, and then we can go here at the property editor, and then we look for label. We can change this to front view, this one. We can change this to side view. This one, we can change this to top view. This one, bottom view. And this one, isometric. So how do we put some dimensions? So in putting dimensions, we need first to select the part that we want to annotate. So in this case, I will be selecting this one, and then I'll be using the insert horizontal dimension. So this is 80. Then let's say I want to get the radius of this fillet part. So I'll click this one, and then I'll just use insert radius. And then aside from choosing a line, you can also get the dimensions between two different points. So let's say I want to get the dimension of the vertical dimension of this one. So I just need to select the 2 points by just clicking control, and then the vertical dimension. And that is 15. So that's basically it in terms of technical drawing. So the more specific technical drawing, so I will be teaching that in the next lesson, so that might include the blow up details and the section view. So yeah, so that's basically it for the first model. So in this model, the most important thing to highlight is the use of external geometry. So again, the external geometry is used for us to access exact point or exact line on a specific surface when we're sketching. So yeah, so that's basically it for this chair. So I'll leave this one as an exercise so you guys can replicate this one. So I'll be sending the PDF of the technical drawing later. So as for the next model, we create a new one. So we'll just open a new one. Okay, for the new model, we'll try to replicate this pipe.
Nice.
Okay, so this pipe, so again, the process. So in this pipe, we will try to use different tools of FreeCAD such as tangent, we can use the arc, we can use Boolean. So Boolean can be used in order to combine parts. Aside from that, this this path, this part of the pipe, we can project this using the additive pipe or the sweep tool. So we will be drawing a reference circle here and then a path that it needs to follow. And then lastly, we will be using the datum plane. So datum plane is very useful when we're dealing with objects with different surfaces that we need to sketch on. So, okay, that's,
Ivan,
yes, sir.
ayan. First, let's check first kung na-digest nila yung initial information kanina.
Okay, sir.
Sige. Guys, yung chair, they don't have to do the chair. They can just do, Ivan, they can do like, ano, di ba? A more practical, if they have something like a ongoing project.
Ah, yes, sir.
Like example, like Alisa, I think, Alisa, you're gonna coordinate with PDTD, like, is there something that PDTD can send to Alisa to model in FreeCAD? na parang sa exercise na yan. Sir, si Jason, meron kayong pwede padala sa kay Alisa na pwedeng
Ngayon na
i-model?
po, sir.
Hindi ngayon. Ano na lang, yung something sa mezzanine natin, yung kailangan i-model like yung I guess I'm open to anyone's recommendation that would be a simple thing to model.
Sige,
Then
sir,
build over.
iiba na lang namin yung sa mezzanine. Kaso hindi pa updated yun eh. Pero kung example lang naman is siguro pwede na. Ang i-edit lang naman dun yung sa shipping.
Okay. Kasi 'di ba Alisa's gonna help with the as-built of the mezzanine. Tama ba sa notes ko?
Yes po.
Okay. Okay. And then Chris, meron kang ano, 'di ba? Call this. You have some projects related to the ventilation. Sorry, with the CR. You could probably do the toilet.
Yes, sir.
So toilet ano naman. Ivan, hindi naman kailangan exact specifications, 'di ba? If it looks like a toilet, okay na.
Yes, sir.
Well, of course, blocky toilet lang yung expectation, hindi yung smooth, rounded toilet. Placeholder lang naman siya for purposes of training.
Yes,
Hindi kailangan super na toilet.
yes, sir. I'm just, ano lang po.
Yeah, you're saying.
I'm just highlighting, sir, the importance of using the external geometry. So with that, they can create any objects that they want.
Kasi parang sa Tuesday parang notes for Tuesday what you call this, sa Tuesday yung magpe-present, diba, for clarification lang na ipakita yung works by Tuesday.
Okay,
Is that
sir.
okay
Yes, sir.
for the others? Para lang makita yung progress. Okay, and then so ano yun? Sige, and sorry, I'm just checking the notes from last time. Build. Sige, I guess okay. I have no other I'll just clarify lang yung mga kailangan i-deliver. Okay. So Ivan, you can proceed, sorry.
Okay, sir. So we'll try to replicate this pipe. So in this case, we need to, again, we're under part design, and then we create body and we create sketch. So in this case, I'll be choosing the XY plane. So to do this, we need first to do this part of the pipe, the one with the arc. So to do that, we need to use V, create arc. So in creating an arc, so there's a reference center, and then to project the arc, we need 2 clicks. So the first click is the first point, and the second click is second point. And the same thing, we need to create an arc on this side, and then arc on this side, and then arc on this side. Again, we just need to press the mouse button 2 times in order for us to get the first 2 points of the arc. So to connect this, we just need to put lines here. Okay, so how do we connect this? So we can connect this by using this tool, the constraint tangent. It creates a tangent constraint between 2 entities. So if I click this constraint tangent, so we just need to simply click the points that we want to connect. So in this case, I'm just clicking the end-to-end points. So I'm not pressing control. So I'm just selecting the points as is. Okay, so after this one, we need to adjust the dimensions. So again, we need to use the constraint radius, and we want this to be 20. We want this to be 20 as well. And then this one should be 72. And then this one should be 72 as well. So adjusting the horizontal distance, so this point and this point must have a horizontal distance of 90. And then this point and then this point must have a horizontal distance of 180. So yeah, basically this is the shape of this part of the pipe. And then after that, we need to add two circles here, the holes. And then we need to set a constraint radius of, let's say, 12. And then after that, we need to add another circle here for the hole. We need to set constraint radius of 50. Then, as you can see, it's already fully constrained, so we close this one and then we add it. Okay, now we're done with the first part. So after this one, click OK. So we need to create a body once again. We need to select create body. And then as you can see, we created the body 001. So after this one, we need to click this one, the origin 001, and then we click the space bar. So as I've said in the last meeting, in order for us to hide or unhide objects, we need to we need to uh, press the space bar. So in this case, if I press this origin, go something like that. And then, as I've said earlier, we will be utilizing datum planes. So datum planes is very important in this part because we want to access the origin, the centermost point of this part. And then we want it to be situated on the same surface. So to do that, we need to click this plane, and then we need to select this one, datum plane. Okay. Now we already have this datum plane. We can select this one. So we want our plane. Let's repeat that. So we need to select this one, and then we select the datum plane, and then we want our plane to be situated 10 millimeters in z direction. Because as I said earlier, we want our plane to be on the same surface with this one. So I've used 10 millimeters because we padded our sketch earlier at 10 millimeters. So yeah. So now we've created our plane, so we can just simply click on this one and then we create sketch. Now, as for this one, at this part we will be drawing the circle, that our base circle for our path. So to do that, we just need to use the center and rim point, and we create two circles. And then we adjust the constraint radius. This one should be 60. And then this one should be 50. And then we close. Okay, we close. And then the next part would be, we will be already creating the path of this circle. So to do that, we need to select the YZ plane. Select the YZ plane and we create sketch. So on the YZ plane, we try to sketch the path. So in this case, I will be using the polyline. So here's our polyline. So the very first thing, we should set proper dimensions. So this point and then this bottom point must have a vertical distance of 10. And then after that, we need to fillet these two sides. So in order to do that, we just need to click this one, fillets, and then click these two. And then we set a vertical distance from this point to this point. We need to set, let's say, 200. And then we change the radius to 70. Okay, so after that, oh, let's go back to the sketch. So after that, let's say, so I'll delete this first. So I'll create a longer line here. So in this one, we also need to fillet this corner. So again, we need to click fillets. And then we set a radius of 70 again. Then we want this one to be horizontal. Oh, repeat that. Next, we need to make this one 200 first. And then we want this one to be 70. Then we want this to be horizontal. And let's just make sure that this is 200. Oh, it's 100. Let's make this 200. And then this part should be 200 as well. Okay, and then click close. And then, so in this case, I will be hiding the origin for us to see our base circle and our path. So I'll be hiding the origin, and then I can also hide the datum plane. So as you can see, here's our base circle and our path. So in order for us to project this one, we just need first to click the sketch 001. So this is our base circle. And then after that, we need to click additive pipe. So don't mind that. So as you can see, so if I go back, our sketch 1 is our base circle, and our sketch 2 is our path. So if we do the same process again, pressing the sketch 001, which is our base circle, and then we click the additive pipe, and then in this part, we want the path to be the sketch 002. So I'll be just typing sketch 002. And then we click OK. Now, here's our path. So in order for us to have this part, this body one here, we can just simply copy paste the part. So in copy pasting the part, we just need to select the body, Control C, and then we click OK, and then click the combo view, and then Control V. As you can see here, we can already see the body too. So another tool that we can use is the transform tool. Just need to click the transform, and then we can manually adjust it. Let's say on the top view, we can manually adjust it. So this is the easiest way to combine objects. But in the next meeting, I will be teaching you the more appropriate one with the use of A2 workbench. So in this case, we will just be using the Boolean operation. And then we want this one to be rotated. Then we want right side. Then we click OK. So now we're not yet done. So So going back, as I've said, we will be using Boolean operation. So technically speaking, this object that we've created is not yet as one. So if we click this body, we can hide or unhide it separately. And then the same thing here, the body 001, we can hide and unhide it. And then the body 002, we can hide it and unhide it. So in order for us to make this object as one, so we just need to go to the Boolean operation, and then we need to add body. We click add body, and then we select this one. I know. Add body, select, wait, yeah, select this one, and then add body again, and then we select this one. So if we click OK, so as you can see, if I click this one, the three parts are already combined into one full part. So yeah, so they're already combined. And then, sir, that's basically it for this model. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so
That's
sir, just a summary lang po in this model. So in this model, we've used the new functions. So the very first thing that we used was the tangent and the arc. So when we sketched this part of the pipe, we first use the arc. So we can create an arc by just two clicks. So the first click is the first point, the second click is the second point. And now after creating the arc, we've drawn some lines, and then those lines are connected to that to those arcs that we've created. So in connecting those arcs, we've used the, uh, the tangent tool. So going back to that, say, so the tangent tool is this, the constraint tangent. And then after we use that, so create we've created a datum plane. So in creating a datum plane, uh, we need to unhide the origin part, the predefined planes. We need to unhide that so that we can choose a plane.
mm,
And then after we choose a plane, then we click the datum plane. So that's under the part design. So this one. So this is the datum plane. So after we select a datum plane, we indicate a dimension. So recalling what we did earlier, I've indicated a dimension of 10 millimeters because we want her plane to be situated at the same surface of this one. So I've indicated 10 millimeters in
mhm,
order for us to access the center point because we need to access this center point. So this center point, so we can use this in creating our base circle for the path. Because if we don't access the center point, then it will be hard for us to make this accurate in terms of the design. So after we've created the base circles, we've sketched the path. So
mhm,
in sketching the path, we chose the right plane.
mhm,
And then, yeah, so after we chose the right plane, we sketch our path, and then we use the additive pipe.
mm,
So in in using this additive pipe, we need to select first, again, we need to select first the
mm,
reference object. So in that case, so if you remember, we've
mm,
selected the base circle first. So
mm,
after selecting the base circle, we can notice here that this one, the path to sweep along. So just try to remember the sketch of the path. So I've I've typed here the sketch 002, and then after that you just need to click OK, and then the path will be good. And then lastly, for the last part, we've copy pasted this part. So that can be done by just simply Control C and Control V. So make sure that you're hovering your mouse here at the combo view. And then after that, you just need to transform this one. You can perform transform by just, you can perform that in two ways. You can click here in the combo view, click right click, and then use transform, or you can just simply select the object, or you can just simply select the object, right click, and then use transform, and then you can orient it based on the reference model. And sir, that's basically it for this
The-
session.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Na-share ko sa iyo yung link ng sample na na difficult, yung samples na binigay ni PDTD.
Mhm. Yes,
Can
sir.
you pull it up, open and share the difficult one?
Dito po ba sir sa chat?
Sa chat, nasa chat. Sa chat. Yun. So I realized with that technique, Jason, Denzel, are the PDTD still there?
Yes po, sir. Nandito pa kami.
So nakita ko yung sa page 14, yung curves na ginawa nyo sa yung mga soft curves na ganyan. We can use that same technique. What do you call that whole technique? Ivan?
Sir, additive pipe, the sweep.
Additive pipe. Oo. But you can, di ba, you can half the pipe. You can make it naman a C channel, di ba? And then you can subtract it from...
Sir,
you can-
ano po?
Sorry.
There's a, sir, as we can see here in the toolbar, this is additive and this is subtractive. So we could use a subtractive pipe for that.
Yun, subtractive pipe. So what happens is, tama ba yung understanding ko, Jason, since you guys, the way you guys did this is you had to like, sige, start from the top, from the sketch na binigay sa inyo, you had to, from the sketch that you were given, you had to, you started with the box. No, you start first with the channel. Kasi the box, you just overplace it. Then you started to trace along the box, diba? Removing the elements. Here, you can remove the curves, the artistic parts. You can start with just the reception desk, and then the modifications on the reception channel, and then yung mga special channels, you can remove it. And automatic, you can already have the system do designs, dimensions to measure like how much curve ito, how much how much curve, how much is removed. Kasi, di ba, sige, scroll down sa anong page pa yun? Yung sa page 17, di ba all those dotted lines are tama, I think 17. I think lumampas ka. 17. 17 lang. Yung may sige, that is above 17. Sige, go one more page down. Sige, let's go one page more down, one more page down. Ayun, yun. Kasi that's the thing eh. Sige, zoom in ka, Ivan. So these are the dotted lines. These are yung plywood. Ito yung mga ano ito? Yung mga mali yung description ko, no? Board. That's not a board. It's 2x4s or ano yun yung anong tawag mo dito?
Actually, sir, board din yan. Kaso, yan, ang tawag natin yan is yan, kahoy din yan. Pero yan yung suporta nung sa loob ng framing. Bali, vertical studs tawag natin.
Yun. So vertical studs, what will happen is, pag ginamit nyo yung subtractive channel, i-modify niya yung vertical studs. So, first, aari mo yung mga vertical studs. Then, gagamitin mo si subtractive channel. And then, pwede mo nang gamitin si dimensions para mag-measure na lang yung cutting distances if you have to. Pero, tama ba? Call this, piniprint out nyo ba to para i-pattern? As in, full size and then ipa-pattern na lang nila? Or section by section nila with measurements and then itatapal na lang nila yung mga errors?
Actually, sir, pag tiningnan nyo kasi yung drawing ni, anong pangalan nito? Ni
Larry?
Dana dito.
Dana. Oo, Dana.
Yung mga needed na dimensions kasi, sir, meron na. So, ang process natin pag ganyan, nile-layout din nila sa babayan base dito sa drawing na to. Ngayon,
Nagpa-pattern na sila.
Kung merong kulang na dimensions, kino-coordinate sa amin. Pero, pag, ano naman yun, minimal lang naman, minsan-minsan lang. Kaya yung dimension dyan, sir, ay, anong pangalan ito? Pinaka-importante dyan kasi, dyan mo makukuha talaga yung totoong sukat niyan, sir.
Oo.
Pagdating sa production.
Yeah. So, you can go to page 22, Ivan. You'll see the dimensions. Yeah, sige. So that's the side view, that's the X-ray view of the yung mga cubby holes. So that's how it's supposed to look like. So yung rough shape niya, yung C shape niya, that will be done in it will do probably one object and then yung sinubtract mo to or probably yung front surface niya kasi yung front surface niya is a plywood that's bent, di ba? Plywood ba yan or steel? Or ano siya?
Plywood yan, sir.
Plywood na shape, di ba? Shape plywood siya. So, pero you'd need to have the support struts already prepared para to hindi siya mag-bend, di ba? Ika-carve mo yung tawag mo sa kanya, slats, ayun.
Vertical stud, sir.
Yung vertical studs, kailangan mo
studs.
yung vertical studs. So kailangan mo muna i-array yung vertical studs and then i-carve out yung pinaka-top niya. Then you're gonna bend the di ba? Bibend mo yung plywood diyan. Bibend nila yung plywood or unti-unti nila yung plywood. Or broken to yung plywood. Since maliliit na vertical cuts yan and then tinatapal lang ng putty para mag-smoothen.
Ano ba yung tinutukoy natin, sir, yung paggawa
Yung
ng
curves
mismo
niya?
o yung paggawa ng drawing?
Paggawa
yung
ng
paggawa.
drawing. Yung dito sa...
yung paggawa ng drawing, mauuna yung outer niyan, sir. Hindi po yung... Pag sa production po, mauuna din yung outer. Then sa production, pagkatapos ng outer, i-layout muna nila. After nun, doon nila prepare yung studs. Pero sa atin, sa amin, sir, mahuli na yung studs eh. Uunahin muna namin yung forma yung paano siya nakaporma. So, ang ginagawa namin dyan, magdo-drawing muna kami ng section, then elevation, saka kami magti-3D. Kasi doon nakabase yung ibang sukat nun, sir.
Kasi, na-realize ko din yung C-section, di ba parang C siya, yung panel system. Pwede mo siyang unahin as the first. Kung FreeCAD tayo, pwede ka gumawa ng C channel and then i-shave off mo lang yung mga parts. Either ano yung equivalent ng bowline sa FreeCAD? Pocket, di ba?
Pocket, sir.
Pocket or chamfer, pwede mo i-chamfer yung curve na yan, di ba? Hindi siya straight. May siya, pwede siya tawag sa FreeCAD sa Blender bevel eh. Pwede i-bevel diyan and then So, mukhang kaya naman. This should have the basic components na for creating semi-difficult. So Jason, ano yung challenge nyo, yung kailangan nyo? You need like a workflow na paano gawin to sa FreeCAD end-to-end, parang ganyan.
Tama po, sir. Pero yun nga po, sir, pag yung seminar na ginagawa natin ngayon, siguro unti-unti nating matitignan kung paano nga Magsi-seminar pa ba tayo sa susunod, sir?
Every Tuesday, Friday to for 3 weeks.
Maganda sana, sir, kasi kung ito mismo na yung mismong gagawin natin kasi anong pangalan nito? At least, di ba, kami sir, familiar kami sa paggawa nito sa AutoCAD. Ngayon, pag ginawa kasi ni Ivan ito, for example, sa FreeCAD, so doon natin makikita yung difference talaga kung pasok ba talaga sa FreeCAD yung ginagawa natin o hindi.
Yung after
Kasi
the
meron na siyang ano sir, meron na tayong comparison eh.
meron ng
kasi-
comparison, oo.
Apo.
Oh, yeah. Agree. So si Ivan will show you all the techniques. Si Alisa will take note, and then si Nico magdo-document lahat ng techniques sa isang hiwalay na may PowerPoint si Nico ang mini-maintain na lahat ng training natin. And then if Ivan is still available, kasi baka, di ba Ivan, may exam ka, may board exam ka na naaralan.
Yes, sir.
Depende sa scheduling ng board exam, we can have like a meeting just to plan out yung first stages kung gagawin to sa FreeCAD. And something like this, yung approach. So, tingnan namin yung first stage nyo sa AutoCAD, and then tatry namin sa FreeCAD. Then proceed na lang as we go. Okay. Ayun, yun. So, sorry, just tying it back to the objectives, when I saw the training and then yung nakita ko yung, applicable to sa ginagawa na natin, na-realize ko, we have the basic components, it just needs assembling lang. We have the basic skill components, we just have to decide or strategize which task should be done, which activity will be done first, and then you will achieve the same outcome. Ayun. Okay. Sorry, Ivan, hanggang dito, ito lang yung session, di ba?
Yes po.
Okay. So Tuesday, demonstration na lang ng capabilities. Mag-sample yung mga others. Tuesday and Friday, sample ng others. And then
Sir,
troubleshooting.
Next week po, sir, I'm planning to show po yung like importing image, something like that, and then yung mga section view, and then yung details ng technical drawing.
Sige. Ayun. Sige. That would also help. Kasi, di ba, yung importing an image saves screen real estate kasi
Yes, sir.
sa system eh. Sige. We can proceed with that. Okay. Ivan, is your training, may isa pang section or this is the end now of your training?
For this session po, that's the end po. Para hindi po mag-overload sa
Okay.
training po.
Tama lang. Okay lang yung 1 hour. Marami na yan. Sige. I guess that concludes us for next week. Ivan already mentioned the naka-calendar naman. Sana maka-join sa atin yung mga NU. And then if we have additional OJTs that are for training and engineering, we'll also include them. If kaya. And then Nico, just na lang, tayong discussion natin regarding sa the videos are all there.
Yep,
So you can use that to build your spreadsheet, your training materials.
The material. Well, yung sheet naman eh.
Yeah. Just na lang. I'll just fix it. Okay.
Alright.
Sige, thank you, Ivan. Thank you
Okay,
for the training. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Okay.
Sige sir, bye po.
Sige, ingat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sige, dude.
Bye.
Sige, dude. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. I'll just turn off all these machines and stuff. I have several machines running at the same time.
Yeah. Alright. Later.
Later. Bye.